Are your Canon EOS RP photos consistently looking like they were taken in a cave, even when you're shooting in broad daylight? This video will shed light on why your RP might be producing dark images and, more importantly, how to fix it. Let's dive in. First, ensure you're shooting in the correct mode. Avoid fully automatic modes if you want more control. Aperture priority off is a great starting point. Now, let's check your ISO. Low ISO like 100 is great for bright sunlight, but in dimmer conditions, you'll need to increase it to 400, 800, or even higher to brighten the image. Don't be afraid to experiment, but be mindful of noise at very high ISOs. Next, aperture. A wider aperture, like f/28 or f/4, lets in more light, resulting in a brighter image, and a shallow depth of field. A narrower aperture, like f/16, lets in less light. Adjust accordingly based on the available light. Shutter speed is crucial. A faster shutter speed like 1/500th of a second freezes motion, requires more light. A slower shutter speed like 1/30th of a second lets in more light, but risks motion blur if your subject or the camera is moving. If your images are consistently underexposed even with adjusted settings, use the exposure compensation feature. This allows you to fine-tune the overall brightness by adding or subtracting light, typically shown as a plus symbol. Finally, metering mode can affect exposure. Evaluative metering is generally the best for most situations, but experiment with partial or spot metering if you're shooting in challenging lighting conditions. By understanding and adjusting these settings by your ISO, aperture, shutter speed, exposure compensation, and metering mode, you can say goodbye to dark, underexposed images and start capturing bright, beautiful photos with your Canon EOS RP. Now go out there and practice.